I was really afraid that that was going to happen. I can't describe how annoying this is going to be. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Have you come to pass judgment? Hey, the problem's over here. Look at this. Look at this. What happened here? What is this? He doesn't even want to talk about it. The reason this happened is because the track tensioner seal is bad and I should have changed it. So, I mean, I guess this is my fault. The track was just slack and it popped off. So the first thing I'm going to do is jack this up, get it sitting on blocks, clean off the track frame, get the track out of here, and pull that tensioner, the front idler out, and order the seals and get that fixed. And then we get to try to put this track back on with, hopefully without splitting it. I have never seen splitting a track go well. So let's get right to it. Something to keep in mind if you're ever taking these tracks off, these things are incredibly heavy. They really are, they're much heavier than they look. And if you get your fingers in here and this track for some reason, because they wiggle and wobble all over the place, it's going to cut your finger off. So just be really cautious where you put your hands if you are encountering a situation like this, or if you're taking a track off a machine, just be cautious of that. So the one issue we're likely to encounter is that this is pitted and it just really will never seal right on there. I'm gonna sand it down as best I can, but it's probably not gonna hold tension correctly, and this part's crazy expensive. And it looks like what they may have done is added this piece here, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Basically that part would run back against there and it wouldn't go any farther. So really, this pitting is going to tear out seals. It's pretty much inevitable. I'm going to put new seals in it as long as they fit because I have them, but we are going to come up with an alternative solution for tightening this track. So these look the same. This seal will go in the other end, and we're going to put that in the shop because I'm going to take that off and take it up there. So that's off. We're going to keep everything set. There are shims in here. We're going to keep them separated by side on each side of the track frame. Let's take this part up to the shop and try to get that old seal out. So the seal's in there, but you can see here, it got damaged. Somewhere along the line, this thing went on around. I don't know what happened or how, or if it got mauled over or something, but you can see the reveal here is not the same as up here, and I don't know. So I knew, with the pitting on that piston that goes in here, it's not going to seal anyway. So the plan here is going to be that we're going to put a block spacer in between this and that that other piece of metal, run the track forward as far as we can, and then pin it like that, and we'll, I mean it's not perfect, but you got to do what you got to do. That took a minute, but that's back on there. That's probably the easiest track install I've ever seen. I've watched guys with way more experience
in it before it falls back off.
Fight way harder than that. Yeah, that's a project for another day. All right, we're gonna end here. That's pretty awesome. Well done. Good job.
Old Greenie still had it in her.
All right, well, that ended up kind of being a farmer fix. Something is bad in this, and it's pretty expensive to repair, so I just put spacers in here to keep this track from slacking off. No, it will not last forever. No, it's not the right way to do it. That's how I did it. So it is what it is. I see that this thing is rubbing here, so I'll bend that out of there at some point. I'm not sure if maybe I put the spacers on the wrong side or what, but it wasn't rubbing before and now it is, so we'll have to address that. But the tracks are tight. They're staying tight for the 5 minutes of work that I did here, and overall I'm happy with how this project turned out. So today's project is going to be building this gantry crane. I need a gantry to finish putting the motor in this truck because I can't really lift that with a skid steer and then install it myself. So gantry crane's the option. I did look at the Harbor Freight options, but then I remembered that I wanted to live and not die by way of being crushed by a Harbor Freight lifting device. So I went to Marketplace. There's really not a lot of options for gantries on there. Most people just don't sell them, so they're either too far away or they want the same money as Harbor Freight and they're Harbor Freight. So I found a guy that had steel beams for sale, and these are the perfect size pretty much already, so I don't have to do a whole lot of cutting. They are galvanized, but that's all right for what I'm doing. It doesn't matter. And I picked these up at a reasonable cost. Got a couple extra pieces over there to use as braces. So let's put this thing together. I'm gonna cut this one in half. This will be the skids that gantry sets on. Look how nice a job that does. I don't have to go back and cut everything. Everything lined out pretty nice. Perfect. Max came down to check it out. What do you think, buddy? You gonna check it out? Look. Here, check this out. What do you think? What do you think? Look good? Look good? You sit. Good boy. Good boy. What do you think? Speak? Oh, good boy. Alright, back to work. And then I'll go back 3 inches. 1, 2, 3. And that'll be where this edge sets on that mark. And then I'll go 3 inches ahead. 1, 2, 3. Those will help support the beam to keep it flush with the bottom, which in turn should keep it flush with the top. I guess he likes coffee now. For this job, we're going to be using some 7018 1/8 inch, and I'm going to be running about 120 amps. This goes without saying, if you are new to welding or you're learning how to weld, this is not a project I would recommend building if you aren't confident in the strength of your welds. This is going to be holding weight over probably someone's head. And if this were to fail, someone could get seriously hurt or worse. And there's the finished product all welded out, so I just have to do that on this side and then weld out the top. Shouldn't take too much longer. Here we go. Got this side tacked up, and that is perfect. So I'll go and tack the inside of that upright beam, and we'll go to the other side. There it is. That's big. It's gonna work good. Well, I'm gonna weld up some more braces up in the corners so it's not so like wobbly, and we should be ready to use this. Dude, that gantry is it's gonna pick up a lot of freaking weight. Like way more than the Harbor Freight one would ever have picked up. And this is taller, I think. So the top of that is probably 10.5 feet. Yeah, I'm super happy with this. I want to brace it up so it's not so wobbly, and then we'll use it. I am extremely happy with how that turned out. I have some more welding to do up top. I'm not gonna put that on camera because you can only watch somebody weld for so long, and then so that'll get slid over the front of the Ford and we'll put the new engine in with it. What do you think? Is it satisfactory? You shouldn't sleep under the drive shafts. It's held with copper wire. Doesn't seem like a great place to sleep, buddy. That probably never would have fallen, but man, that would be awful if that fell on him. So. Oh boy. You're gonna take a look at the gantry or no? You're like, no, I'm sleeping. You're happy. Okay. Let's try lifting something with this. I got the chain hoist from Harbor Freight. I wasn't gonna get the push beam trolley, but it was sitting right there and it does go up to a 6-inch beam, so I bought it. Let's get these installed. Pretty straightforward, what you'd expect, a chain hoist. And you know, looking at the chain size on this, it looks really similar to the chain size on this. So maybe that is a 2-ton, I don't know. I got the frame rail rigged to a chain. I also have this transmission talking is hard. I also have this transmission secured so that it can't fall. Let's try to pick this truck up. Obviously that's not the full weight of the truck, but the corner that chain is picking up is far more than a ton. That truck I think weighs around 25,000 pounds, you know, with the engine in it, and the 2 transmissions, so we took them out, so you were probably down to 23,000 pounds or so roughly. You guys can correct me if you think that that's way off. So that demonstrates the structural integrity of everything I'm using here. The gantry itself, and then the trolley and the chain falls are rated for 2 ton each. So those are the weak links. That gantry could lift far more than the trolley and the chain falls. All right, I guess we can end this video here. I'm calling that a success. That will be very helpful in putting the engine in this truck. Quick update on this truck. The engine that's going in, if you guys haven't seen or heard, is the 855 Cummins that's sitting back there under that tarp. They came out of that International, which was part of that frame over there. So I'm working on this as I am able. We've taken the engine, transmission, and brownie box out of this one from the original truck. The engine, the 534 gas, was actually blown up. It had a rod knock. Still ran, but it had a heck of a knock. And this is the new 10-speed Eaton that's going in behind the new Cummins. So that video will be coming out soon.